Hello and welcome back to the Patchwork Crafter. So today we've got a Halloween craft for you, and what we're going to need to make this craft is one of these MDF pumpkins from the Dollar Tree, and I got this one last year, so this one actually still cost me $1. You're going to need some fabric, and I have this. This was actually a pillowcase shawl that I got from the thrift store, and it's got this really pretty, I don't know, raised parts in it. And I thought it was really pretty, so we're going to be using this. If you would like a darker fabric, by all means, use a darker fabric. You are going to need a drill, some black yarn, or any color yarn, depends on what you're doing. A yarn needle. You need your glue gun. You need a pair of scissors. You also need some ribbons, whatever you like, whatever kind of ribbons you like, you need those. And I'm thinking some spiders, but I'm not sure about this. This is really optional, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to go through with that. So I think that covers everything that we need for this project. Oh, no, I was wrong. I'm wrong. You need some polyfill or some batting or something, whatever you call it. You need it. I got it. This is a trash bag of polyfill that I got out of pillows that I didn't need anymore. So I just store it in a trash bag, and I have it when I need it. That covers it. So we'll go ahead and we're going to get started on this project, and hopefully I get it finished tonight. So we're going to start with this pumpkin that we got from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to take the tags off of it, and we're going to take a string off of it. And we're going to take this leaf off of it if we can get it off. Let's use the scissors to do this. It's glued on there really well. Okay, ooh, that was on there. Okay, now the next thing that we are going to do is take the drill, and along these lines where your pumpkin is, we're going to drill holes along these lines. All right, so now we've got some good holes, and we've made a mess like we always do. Just move that to the side. Now the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to glue some polyfill to this pumpkin. So that's where our glue gun comes in, and glue sticks. We need glue sticks. Just put it on one section at a time. You don't want to do more than one section at a time, or your glue is going to dry, and then you won't be able to put your polyfill on. You don't need too much, just a little bit on each section. Okay, what do y'all think about that? That looks really good, doesn't it? We could leave it that way. I'm just playing. You can't leave it that way. That looks terrible. Now our fabric comes in. We need to cut a piece of our fabric off about the size of our pumpkin. So let's do it this way. Lay down the fabric and put the pumpkin on top. And then we're going to cut out a little square that's pretty close to the size of our pumpkin. We need to leave a little bit of extra around the outsides, because we're going to kind of make this like we're going to do this like we're upholstering a chair. So you got some excess on the outside, and that is good. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to flip over our pumpkin, and we are going to start upholstering our pumpkin like we would do a chair. And we're going to hold it down with some hot glue. You could probably use some staples if you want to. I don't think I have any staples that are this small. We're going to do it with hot glue. Make sure I got enough space. Okay, plenty of space. Some hot glue there. And don't be afraid to cut your fabric a little bit to make it lay better. Matter of fact, let's cut all the fabric. We're just going to cut some little slices in all the fabric because this fabric is pretty thick. See what I'm doing? I'm just cutting little slices around the whole thing. Okay, now that we've got all those little slots cut, we can get to upholstering the pumpkin. And you want to go side to side here because you need to have enough space to, you need to be able to pull this tight. So I'm just alternating sides here to make sure that I get it good and tight. And I'm going to do the top last, actually. Let's see. Oh, there's stuff on it from where I drilled out all those holes. That's okay. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. All right, now I can get all this stuff off of it. Once you get to the top, you want to wrap it around the stem like this so that it wraps around that stem. And you're going to do the other side like that. Okay, so this is what we've got. How cute is that? I love that. Okay, now feel free to cut off all the extra pieces you got on the back here because you really don't need all this excess. It just makes it bulky. Now we are going to use our black string. You want to take a pretty good bit of this because you want to be able to do the whole line there with your black string. Thread it through the needle. And then go up through these holes you made in the back. Come up through This one might not go through this fabric. This fabric might not. There it goes. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle if you have some thicker fabric. Up through there, and then I like to go over the top like this and back up through the back one that you just made, like this. And then pull that tight. Go back through over the back again, and then go down into the second hole. And then come up through your fabric. This fabric, I might need a sharper needle. I'm struggling getting this yarn needle through this thick fabric. And then you need to go back through this hole right here. And come back through the back. So you want to do that all the way down. Skip the one you just went through, go down to the next one, push your needle through, pull it tight, and then go back down through that hole you just left out of. You can find it. And then pull it tight. And we're going to do that all the way down both sides. Okay, we are on the last stitch of the last hole, and I went through that, and we're going to just finish it off the same way we started it. We're going to come out the back, flip it over around the front, and go back into that last hole. And then pull it through. Going to make sure that it gets lined up there. Hold it down. And then you need to go into the back. And that's how you finish the other side too. Go underneath one of your stitches and just make a knot to tie it down. And I would do that twice, just to make sure. It's a double knot kind of thing. This needle. And then you can cut off that. So, this is what we've got so far. Pretty cute, I think. What do you think? I like it. Well, I lost my audio, so now we're just going to wrap the stem with the black yarn. And feel free to use as much glue as you need to try and get it to stick. Just make sure that you're not over gluing it, because you don't want big white gobs of glue around it. When you get to the end, you want to first glue it down, and then you want to cut off your tail. Don't cut your tail and then glue it down. It works better if you do it the other way. Okay, so now we are going to make a messy bow, and I learned this on making it my own DIYs on YouTube. So if you want to learn how to make some bows, she's really good at it. I'm not good at bows, so this works perfect for me because you don't really have to have any skill. You're just throwing some stuff together. So I'm going to cut, I don't know, maybe a 6-inch piece of the orange ribbon, and I'm going to do that twice. And then I've got some Halloween ribbon, and I really didn't want to use this skeleton ribbon because I'm going to do a spider. So I've got some Halloween ribbon that I got from the thrift store, And I'm going to cut 2 pieces of that. And then I've also got some polka dot ribbon that I'm going to use for this bow. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of each ribbon. Now before I put my bow together, I'm going to go ahead and dovetail all the ends. Dovetailing is pretty easy if you can remember to go from the outside in. I forget that sometimes. So we're going to dovetail all of these, and then we're going to put the bow together. Okay, so after you get all of the dovetailing done, you just want to lay down your ribbons in just some kind of messy fashion. I did like X's here, but just lay them all down to kind of get them flat and get a good idea of what it's going to look like. And then you want to take them and start kind of scrunching them up. Just, I don't know, in the middle, just scrunch them up. And then after that, get you a piece of that yarn that we used to wrap everything with and tie you a little security bow, I'm going to call it. After you get everything good and tight, you want to kind of fluff it out so that all of your ribbons are where you want them to be and that you can see them all before you put it on your final project. You're going to fluff it again after you get it on your project, but you kind of want to get it right before you put it on there. And then just add some hot glue up under the stem and stick your bow down to it. Hold it there for a second and make sure that it's going to stay, and then you can go ahead and fluff out your bow again. Now I lost the footage of this, but I went ahead and took out one of those spiders and I glued it into the center of my bow. I could have done that, or I could have took another piece of ribbon and glued it on there, but I think the spider made it more kind of Halloween feel. And I'm sorry for going out of the frame, but I couldn't remember where my camera was pointing. So sorry about that, y'all. Alright, so here is our finished little pumpkin, and I've got it sitting behind that jack-o'-lantern luminary that we made. If you want to see that video, I'll add it to the cards at the top, and you can check that out. I hope you enjoyed this project, and I hope to see you next time.